Welcome back everyone to my channel. My name is Rhea L and I'm a certified Sophia Code leader. Alongside, I also do some embodiment coaching, sacred sensual dance sessions for women, which I'll be sharing a little bit more along the way. Today I have a special gift for you. I was really connecting with Isis and Mother Earth, and Quan Yin came through. It was sort of this trinity. It was Isis, Quan Yin, and Mother Earth, which often happens with this codex, the Sophia Code. For those that might be new here, hello. I've been jumping on live on my YouTube channel to promote an upcoming journey I have connected to a codex called the Sophia Code, which is this book here. So I have two upcoming Sophia Circle journeys, which takes participants and initiates through each chapter of the Sophia Code, and we get to do this week by week together as a community. So if you're curious, I welcome you to head to my website, rheal.net. I have two upcoming circles, both on the 30th of June. One will be at 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and the other will be at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So I pray that works for you. I do have the option of empowerment plans to help with an easy yes for you. So again, you can head to my website, rheal.net, and follow your heart. So today, as always, I'll begin with my opening statement to make sure I'm covering the legal disclaimer, as well as offering an insight for anyone who might be new or who might be returning and still just needs a little bit of an introduction, because I get it. This codex is sort of it's here beyond words, and it's meant to be a language of your heart. And a lot of the words and concepts can take time to fully integrate into your conscious understanding. That's very natural and normal, a natural process. So if that's where you're at, great. It doesn't mean you're not any less, spiritual or masterful than anyone who might have an understanding of these words. If you're here, there's no coincidence that in some way you're connected to this codex, perhaps. If not one of these beautiful ascenders or multiple ascended masters of the Sophia Code. So I trust that your higher self has guided you here, and I look forward to our time together today. So let's begin. My name is Rhea L, and I'm a certified Sophia Circle leader, and I offer Sophia Circle journeys that will walk you through every chapter of the Sophia Code. The Sophia Code is a modern sacred text channeled by Kaya Ra that activates your higher self embodiment. As a certified Sophia Circle leader, I've been granted permission from Ra Publishing to read from the Sophia Code book on my platform. For those of you who do not know, the Sophia Code is a modern sacred text encoded with a living transmission that activates your divine genome, initiates your higher self embodiment, and reveals your role as an essential way shower for humanity's awakening. Therefore, you and I are contributing to the spiritual awakening of humanity as we choose to focus upon the power of our divinity together as a community. If you want to learn more about the Sophia Code book and the Sophia Code Ascension Academy, please visit thesophiacode.org. Beautiful. All right. So before we begin today, I want to again invite us to invoke our circle of empowerment. I introduced this yesterday with Ascended Master Isis, and we yeah, we took a moment to take a few breaths and come into our body and allow these Ascended Masters to stand in 8 directions on our behalf. The Circle of Empowerment is a practice of the Sophia Code Foundation, the Ascension Academy Mystery School, and it was again downloaded by the Ascended Masters to Kaira during her process of channeling this codex. And you can read more about that in her in the preface of the Sophia Code, where Kaira speaks a little bit more about her journey. Okay, are you ready? These waters are here, truly doing their own transmission beyond understanding from Mother Earth. So you can just relax and enjoy this moment. And let's begin. So in the north, we welcome White Buffalo Woman. In the northeast, we welcome Isis. In the east, we welcome Hathor. In the southeast, we welcome Green Tara. In the south, we welcome Mother Mary. In the southwest, we welcome Mary Magdalene and Jesus and the whole order of Magdalena, including Saint Joan of Arc. In the west, we welcome beautiful Quan Yin and Maha Avatar Babaji. And in the northwest, we welcome the Holy Seraphim, the Sophia Dragons. And in the center of our circle, we're going to invoke our higher self, the Holy Spirit of our higher self, filling every cell of our being. And from here, we're going to root all the way down into our precious, beautiful Mother Earth, who is here to remind you that true tantric communion begins with her. She's what makes up our beautiful body. So what else? Yeah, there's not much else to add about that. So feeling yourself rooted into Mother Earth and feeling her divine protection and support for your human journey. Ever since you reached the Earth plane, she's been here. She helped weave your soul, your incarnation into existence. So rooting into her, feeling her ground down your feet. You might like to place your feet on the ground, on the floor, wherever you are. Uncross your legs. And from here we're going to raise all the way up into 7th plane consciousness. Sophia Christ, Buddha consciousness, that one source light that said yes to you, as Sophia reveals in her section of the Sophia Code. And this is where instantaneous miracles and divine knowing exist. So really taking a moment to breathe into that resonance. Breathe into your circle of empowerment and feeling the boundaries of that. This is a sacred channel to really support you regardless of all circumstances, to really connect with your divine source and to your heart. And with practice, it becomes more and more tangible. Taking a few more deep breaths. Awesome. Alright, so let's ride that wave of Sophia Christ, Divine Mother Father's love and Divine Mother's milk for you in this moment and as you continue on throughout your day or evening. And let's turn to page find my page here. Okay, so we're turning to page 254 of the Sophia Code, and this is a section within Quan Yin's initiation. So Quan Yin really wanted to, really guided me here today, both for my own heart and I hope for yours as well. Quan Yin is, I think I've shared a little bit about this, but she's such an exceptional mentor for any passage of life that we find ourselves in, maybe a turning point, or maybe moments of needing courage, needing grace, but also needing joy. You'll soon see that we meet our inner child in Quan Yin's chapter, and we also meet our phoenix child, which again is a concept, a part of our soul that is the reason we may have survived what we did in the first part of our life. So with that, let's begin. Page 254. The river speaks. You will come to meet a spiritual ally for the healing and empowerment of your human journey. In her eyes, you will receive a powerful reflection of your true self. Allow my waters to safely float you downstream to meet this friend. To my surprise, the river's strong current responds to my trust by gently parting as I step forward. Within the current, a pathway of minimal resistance swells open for me to wade through. The water's intelligence carefully embraces me as I submerge myself into the river's central current. My higher self directs me to let go and lean back into a floating position. Although my awareness momentarily hesitates, I trust the step-by-step guidance of my higher self, and I choose to let go. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. As I lean back, I feel my body held by 1,000 unseen arms. They gently cradle my body's descent as I surrender my awareness to now float upon the river. The full moon above me illuminates my mind to be still and free of thoughts. Completely supported by 1,000 unseen arms, My muscles relax, and I begin to drift peacefully downstream upon the river. The lapping water softly carries me beyond any sense of time. Hours seem to pass but in a few moments. The gentle breeze is now a distant sound. As I float upon the river, my awareness travels far within me to a place I've never touched before within my thoughts. It is the warm black space within me that emanates a completely still silence. I sigh deeper into relaxation. There is nothing to do in this black space but to rest and be still. The voice of the river gently whispers me awake. It is time to walk again. 1,000 unseen arms lift me to stand as my eyes flutter open. Step by step, I navigate across the river's current, crossing to the bank of its far shore. The night air caresses my skin to instantly dry, and the water travels deep into my pores. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Before me billows the largest willow tree I have ever seen. Its waterfall of long, sweeping arms harmoniously sways with a gentle breeze in a quiet dance of shimmering leaves. I now see the piercing white light of the firefly spiraling in and out of view. Its orb bobs and weaves far behind the curtain of weeping branches. Come inside, I hear a soft, sweet voice beckoning from far within the tree. The voice echoes throughout my heart with an unquestionable familiarity. I suddenly feel quite young, as though the years of my life have miraculously reversed. I look down to witness that I am now standing in my body as it looked when I was 7 years old. Nothing feels unusual about this instant transformation. My young body feels perfectly suited to this present moment. I feel the lightness of my little feet and the boldness of my curiosity rambunctiously romp me forward to explore the great willow tree. Weaving through long golden arms and shiny green leaves, I hug tiny handfuls of willow branches, carving out a labyrinth path through the thick tree. Keep looking, I hear the voice playfully encourage my curiosity. This voice is the kindest sound I've ever heard, and my intuition hones upon it in a game of hide and seek. Swinging through the last layers of boughs, I find my way to the open moss of the great willow tree's canopied center. It is mostly dark within the curtained circumference of the inner tree, with occasional slats of moonlight peeking through from above. I peer into the shadowy sanctuary, adjusting my eyes to take in the vast trunk of the great willow tree. As though announcing my arrival, a choir of cicadas spontaneously lifts up their unified voice into the night. My little body begins to buzz in harmony. From behind the trunk spirals out my friendly firefly, whose tiny orb of light now refocuses my perception. Its piercing white light begins to quickly expand far beyond its size. I feel my heart leap up in childlike wonder and anticipation. I found her! Ray after ray of new white light emerges from the center of the glowing orb and reaches far into the shadows. I hear my name repeated softly between quiet rounds of mantra being chanted. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. The innumerable rays of white light now draw into a centralized column, organizing their particles to reveal the rapidly forming outline of a woman sitting upon a white lotus throne. My eyes struggle to adjust to this brilliance gathering into the form of her soft body and radiant face. Her pure white robes are alive, illuminated as the full moon above. Finally, my vision adjusts to the piercing white light of her smiling face and welcoming open arms. I am absolutely elated to see her smile and run without hesitation into her waiting arms. She holds my little body like a baby bird, folding my wings into her tender embrace. I close my eyes, and all I see is the white light of her pure essence, filling my awareness. My heart bursts with confidence to be held in the invincible arms of her divine love, and my innocence delights in her holy reflection of my worthiness. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. She quietly calls my name, and my eyes open to peer into the light of her own. The tendrils of her hair move as raven feathers loose upon an unseen wind. Her arms maintain a secure embrace around me, but she now adjusts my seat upon her lap to allow for a natural flow of conversation to unfold. I'm so glad you found me, she gently offers. Do you remember who I am? Yes, I broadly smile back. You're Quan Yin. My heart bursts with happiness to proudly speak her name once again. It felt as though a distant age had passed since I was allowed to say her name. Yes, I am. Her dark eyes peer back at me, filled with such an awe-consuming love it surpasses my understanding, even for a confident 7-year-old heart. Her eyes flicker in a momentary consideration and then resume her steady gaze. She draws closer into my eyes. I would like to share a story with you tonight. Like a bedtime story? I gleefully asked. No, it's actually a story to awaken your soul. It's not the kind of story intended to put you to sleep. I pause to consider her unusual offer and ask, will the story have a happy ending? Yes, my dear. It has the happiest ending of any story ever shared. You will need to be brave in the beginning, middle, and parts of the end. Why? I curiously demand. Because this story has events in it that you will not want to see or hear. Then why would I want to hear your story, Quan Yin? Why? So that you may be free from fear forever and know that only love is real. Oh. I considered the idea, carefully weighing her response on the scales of my heart. Her reasoning felt distantly familiar. I shifted into another gloriously peaceful position, perched in her arms of pure love. Well, what's the bedtime story? I queried. Quan Yin's mouth upturns into a promising smile as she replies, it's about a young girl who overcame great pain to grow up and become a beautiful woman whose love healed the whole world. I calculated the variables of pain and love to see if they leveraged my resistance to hearing Quan Yin's story. The scales were tipping, but I was still not convinced. Raising an amused eyebrow, Quan Yin counter-offered. And in the story, there's a mighty dragon that becomes the girl's best friend. This all-powerful dragon teaches the girl how to devour pain and magically transform it into love. I stared back at her in silent awe. Quan Yin had made an offer that I could not refuse. I decided then and there that I must learn everything about this magical dragon. Okay, will you hold my hand when I feel afraid during the story? Of course. I will be holding all of you whenever you need my help to feel brave. Okay. Suddenly, my young body is overcome by a tidal wave of tiredness. I widely yawn, attempting to hold my eyes open, as I happily agreed to bravely hear her story. My head unwillingly rolls onto her shoulder, and I promptly pass out into a deep state of sleep. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. My consciousness steps out from the form of a young sleeping body to now stand in the form of my adult body, witnessing Quan Yin holding my inner child. I take a moment to orient myself through the senses of my adult self to the willow tree, the distant sound of the river, and Quan Yin sitting before me. Let's take 3 deep breaths together to integrate this passage from Quan Yin's chapter in the Sophia Code. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And out. In. Out. There's no other relationship in life unlike our relationship with our inner child and inner children. We have all different ages within us, and in my experience it has been an unfolding journey, learning to be her parent, divine parent, and allowing her to be an essential part of my everyday life, including business and personal. Our inner child often holds the key to our greatest success and happiness if we only listen. And Quan Yin's chapter, especially her initiation, is that. It's an invitation to listen. So, and receive. I feel like, I know I've shared this in other videos, but I feel like there's a lot I could share. This is such a there's no words for this codex and for these beautiful Ascended Masters. So I thank you for being here once again on this journey through the Sophia Code with me. I hope you enjoyed this gift, this beautiful sacred land here, allowing the sacred waters of Mother Earth and Quan Yin to soften your receptivity to divine love, and perhaps a breakthrough with your own inner child. Today, this evening, whenever you are finding this video. Again, I have 2 upcoming Sophia Circle journeys on the 30th of June, which might be a day before where you are in the world. This is an international movement, and participants from all around the globe come together to pray, reflect, and activate their divine genome together through a Sophia Circle journey. So I trust your pathway here, and I look forward to connecting with you. If a Sophia Circle journey with me is your next step, you can head to my website rayael.net to find out more information. payment and also empowerment plans to support your easy yes. And you can also book an exploratory call with me, which is a step before payment, just to learn a little bit more about you, and to discover if this is your next step and the right fit for you at this time in your life, and we'll go from there. It's such an honor to be here with you again today, and I look forward to connecting with you tomorrow, sending lots of love across the heart waves, and be blessed, angel. Namaste.